Welcome to Lunch at Circle TV. I'm Perry Carlson. I'm here today with Marc Julien, who is the lunch guest for today. So, Marc, you're investment director at la FSI, the FSI.
Right.
First, what is the FSI?
Well, the FSI up here is an investment fund set up by Nicolas Sarkozy 2 years ago. We have 20 billion euros to invest in the French economy and mainly and exclusively in French companies to help them develop and grow faster and then create employees and value for the French economy.
So it's what you call a sovereign investment fund or a sovereign wealth fund.
Absolutely, it's a sovereign fund and it has its specificities, but yes, it is exactly that.
Now then, why would the French government set up such an investment fund?
Well, at the time, you have to remember, we're talking about 2008. It was the crisis, and companies, and in France, but all over the world, had difficulties to find financing and especially equity to develop and accelerate their growth. And so the government decided that it would be a good idea to set up a fund to have money to do that.
So is it kind of an industrial policy tool?
It is, yes. It is in a sense an industrial policy tool, and its aim is to help companies grow for those who need money to finance their development, being R&D expenditure, capex, acquisitions of other companies to develop. So yes, it is a tool. An industrial policy tool, yes.
Now, your responsibility, you're investment director of the technology and the environment sector.
That's right. We are in the FSI organized by what we call filière, and each of us, we are 15 or 16 now investment directors, and each of us have a filière that is more dedicated to, and mine are twofold. One is around the eco-technology. And the second one is around the what we call the TIC, so the technology, communication, and information technology. Yeah.
So now, what have you invested in so far in this sector?
Right.
What are the involvements that you have?
Success as such. We've invested now in a number of companies. I'm not the only one to invest in those sectors. I'm responsible to make sure that we understand those sectors, but I'm not the only one to be responsible for those sectors. But I've invested in two companies that are directly linked to those sectors. One is called AvantQuest. It's a software company developing utility softwares for ourselves. And the second one is called Sealand, and it's a software company again that is developing ERP for shops and for distributors.
Sealand?
Sealand, yes.
Like a cylinder?
No. Sealand, I don't know whether it's no, CYLAND. So no, nothing. No.
And in your investments,
right.
Do you get actively involved in the companies?
Yes, that's one of our specificity versus the other sovereign funds and also some of the private equity is that we are actually involved on the board, and although we only invest a minority stake, we tend to be quite engaged in helping the company to invest. So what we invest smart money. Not only we have people investing money, but also people involvement in the day-to-day development of the company.
A quick break.
Yes.
So you're in charge of the investments in technology and environment, green investments. Now, so you must be following that a lot and looking what's happening in the industry.
Right.
What are the things that you think are very exciting for the future now, looking at the next generation of companies?
Well, two things. First of all, I think you remember, and as I said at the beginning, we are really investing in capital development. So it means that company needs to have already demonstrated that they can do something. And what is very exciting is that although green technology is something very new for some people, actually there's some companies that are really engaged in that business. And I met last week somebody that you wouldn't think of green, but that are technology enabler, that are people enabling other companies to become more greener. and that is really exciting. I'm slightly less excited by things that are directly related to infrastructure, not only because it's not my role, but also because I find it very subsidized by the government and not that such too risky or a business for me. So I'm more excited by companies that already have demonstrated that they have a business and are enabling others to grow and to become greener. Yeah.
Marc, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you for being with us here at Lunch at the Circle. This was Lunch at Circle TV. I'm Perry Carlson. You can see more of our interviews with the technology people on our blog.